Another monster week in the markets once again. Crypto is absolutely skyrocketing right now. A little bit of a divergence between equities and crypto. We're going to be talking about that in this video. But crypto continues to surprise us all. It's just in disbelief. Everybody cannot believe that we are trading at 90,000. Nobody expected this. Nobody called it. Nobody thought this was possible, but it's heading towards 100,000. And in this video, I want to be discussing whether we're going to see a cool off or whether this trend continues that bullish momentum and it breaks through once again, surprising everyone. But in this channel, we keep it real with you. We are going to dissect these charts on a week by week basis so we know where we are heading, or we have a good idea of where the markets are going to be going next. So that's what we're going to do in this video. I don't want to get too much into the introduction. I want to dive straight in to the charts and see what happened last week and what we expect from the markets this upcoming week. So let's get into it. All right, so this is what happened on the Bitcoin chart from the previous week. I expected a move down actually, guys, towards the CME, but yeah, I was proven wrong alongside many others. We just got a big massive pump. I sold some Bitcoin at 81, and now I've sold quite a lot of my Bitcoin at around $91,000. So I'm happy taking profits at this level. If we continue to pump, I'll just wait for a pullback. But I'm expecting a pullback coming. I feel like this market is overheating now. We have, in 2 weeks, we've pumped 40% on Bitcoin. So one could expect a correction on the horizon. Let me see when this happened. 36. I mean, we pumped 90% here, right? Before any pullback. So yeah, we could do that again. That's no problem. Bitcoin, when it starts pumping, it's very difficult to stop it. I mean, we got a 100% pump before we got a correction last time. But right now, I think we are getting a little bit overheated here. So if we measure this from bottom to top, yeah, we've got 93% rise in price. So yeah, you could expect a correction. That's what I'm expecting. Let's have a look. We drop down to the daily chart. So bullish, right? So bullish. But if we start breaking, because you can see we're kind of forming this a very retail type of pattern here. This trend line, every time it comes to this, you can draw a trend line here. Every time it comes here, retail along in, and we're getting a push out of here. If you can see, if you see from the volume is fading whilst the price is moving higher. That's not a bullish sign. Okay, so in here the you can see volume's going down whilst the price is going up. So we're getting divergence between price and volume. That's an early indication that correction is looming here. And this trend line, I don't like it. All right, it's usually a very retail based trend line, and you're going to have a lot of stop losses here. Once those stop losses start triggering below these levels, you can get a cascading effect down. Okay, so I am bearish bias right now. However, we're going to be analyzing the equities. Equities got a big move down, which was to my surprise as well. I thought equities are going to follow Bitcoin in the direction, and Bitcoin and equities were diverging, okay, this week. So if equities, I do expect equities to get a little bounce, and if they do, Bitcoin can then rally, okay, and swing failure pattern at this high. All right, that's what my base case is. I feel like we're gonna swing failure pattern and then come down, take out some more stops above these levels, and then ultimately come down, get everybody bullish that we're going towards 100k, and then come and correct. I mean, I for one don't expect Bitcoin to hit 100,000 without a major correction. I think we are poised for a correction here. All right, we are poised for it. Get everybody bullish here, get everybody buying, and then drop the price. Okay, typical. We drop the price. If we come back down towards 70, everybody will be talking about the bull market's over. We're crashing back down towards $30,000, and then it just does that. All right. So I think a little bit of patience is required here from everyone who's not already in. I've taken profits, and I'll be waiting for a drop in price. So yeah, I still have some. Just in case we carry on rallying towards 100. I don't expect that though. I expect a drop, get some more liquidity, get some more bigger players coming into the market, and then take it from there. Yeah, I think we're going to be setting up for a bullish December. We've already had a bullish November. Let's cool off a little bit. It fits the narrative with the Santa rally and everything like that. So cool the price, get everybody bearish, and then reverse it as per usual. I'm not going to be buying Bitcoin. I'll probably buy a little bit of Bitcoin if you drop down towards 74, 75,000 or 76, around that level. But I'm going to be doing my majority of my buying in altcoins. I don't want to go through altcoins in this video, but I'll be looking at buying like Solana, Ethereum maybe. But the top 10 altcoins, I don't want to go out too much out in the risk curve. I don't think that's necessary right now. I think we've still got a big move to come on this. Right now, if we look at the fear and greed index, we're in extreme greed. Okay, we're at 90 on Bitcoin. That typically always leads to some form of a pullback. So I would say, look, we're overheated on RSI as well on the daily charts. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna come down just because we're overheated on RSI, but I just feel it feels a little bit toppy here. Okay, that doesn't mean it's the end of the bull market. I don't think that's the end of the bull market, but we have, obviously, I'm gonna point out that CME gap. We also have the weekly naked point of control at this level, and if I pull a fixed range, okay, as you can see now, all the volume is up there. Okay, and if I pull it from here to here, the value area, I don't like how the value area high is right at the top of the wick here. That's usually not a good sign. Okay, but that, again, this is the reason why I expect a swing failure pattern of the highs and then a drop. Let's get a little bit of a selling tail here and then drop the price, because this doesn't have a selling tail right now, right? This doesn't have a selling tail. So we could get a selling tail and then move down and trade towards 77, 76,000. That would be a fantastic opportunity, ladies and gents, if you get that. Okay. You should be ready for that type of opportunity. If you're not in this market right now, I wouldn't be buying here. This is not a level for me to be buying for the long term. You have to be waiting for a pullback now, guys. That's your only kind of option. Stop chasing these altcoins, because you're gonna just absolutely get your face ripped off. You're chasing something that's pumped 100, 200%. You're asking for trouble, right? It's very difficult to predict which coin is going to pump next. Okay, it's a gambler's fallacy. These coins are pumping because you got big whales manipulating price. We don't want to be in that market, right, where it gets 100% pump and then next day it's down 70%. Try and stay away from that. We are here to trade and analyze the bigger assets. All right, you want to stay safe. If you have a little bit of extra income or whatever, you made a lot of profits, you've been in the market for a while, you made a lot of profits, then you can go out into the risk curve, maybe risk 10-15% of your portfolio on the shitty stuff. So if you want to catch a pump, that's fair enough. But if you're new to the game, completely stay away from catching a crypto pump at this stage, guys. All right, stick with your bigger coins. Solana is gonna, for me, in my opinion, is gonna outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum in this cycle. I think Solana and Doge will outperform these bigger assets. So you can consider those as your leverage bets on Bitcoin. So if I see a move down here, I'll be looking at leveraging those altcoins, all right, for bigger profits. So yeah, I think that's that'll be really nice if we get a move down. And yeah, that's where the golden pocket lies as well, all right, around this $77,000 level. So yeah, I really like that level. I'll be waiting. If you don't get it, then yeah, fair play. I mean, to the whales for continuing to pump this thing. I do think we're going to get a move up and then back down. All right, 100K for me, just flying through 200K without a correction doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem right. But I feel like the bull market, it still has a long way to go yet, guys. All right, at least 5-6 months of price action left on this chart. Some of these indicators, the MRVR is a good one. Okay, this is called some good tops before in the market. When this is really high, okay, right, above 80 is usually a top in the market. All right, called it perfectly in 2017. This one was at 64 at this time. So this score is getting a little bit lesser in extension. Okay, so this was it was 80 and then it was 63. I like this metric. This time it might be 52, 53. It might be lower than this one, right? So we have to bear that into consideration. Right now we are 2.98. So this was kind of the score that we had back in when we got that correction. So 2.98 is not a big deal yet, right? We had a 7 score in the last bull market. We had a 7. So right now we are at 2.94. Okay, so you could get up to like 5 on this and still be below the previous time we got up. That's kind of what I'm expecting. We are still not there yet, so I think we've got a long way to go. Even if you see this cycle indicator, this is when the red line crosses through the green, and if you look at that, we are not there yet. We are way below it, right? This here was 90,000, so I think we're at the top, but this red line will need to catch up towards there. So I think we've got quite a little bit of bullish momentum to go here, guys. This is another indicator. We are not there yet. This is like 15th November. We're still at 1 on this. Last time we got a top was around 1.53 and 2.313, around the 3 mark. Okay, we got, and then a top came in. The prior we got 4s. We got 2021 top was around 3.4. all right, we can see here 3.4. right now we are not there. We are at still, where are we on this? Let's see. Okay, this lags a little bit, so 16th of November we're still at 1.1, guys. That's extremely low on the PUL multiple. Okay, if we see this one again, this is, we're not above the red line yet. That red line is $210,000. guys, $210,000. That would be a pretty crazy price target. It's not out of the question, guys. 200,000 on Bitcoin this bull cycle, it's possible, especially if the US starts to strategically buy Bitcoin. If they buy 1 million Bitcoin in the next 5 years, this is it's probably going towards 200, 250 at that point. And we might not even get a big bear market. We might not get one if the Bitcoin government continues, soaking up all the pressure. Because you got to think, if the US are doing it, then other countries, other nation states will start following the US. ETF inflows continue to be very high. So another monster inflows from the ETFs, and I don't think they're going short on the perps right now, right? I expected a lot of shorts on the perpetuals, but we're not getting them, which is quite surprising. If you see the long to short ratio here, expecting a lot of shorts, but they're not coming in, right? Quite flat. There's still a lot more longs here, right? A lot more longs. Let's move this out to 4 hours. A lot more longs still at this level. I expected more shorts because I would expect them to keep themselves hedged a little bit with the ETFs long in the spot and shorting the perps, but it's not happening yet. So not a lot of shorts. I think everybody's long bias, but again, you gotta be careful. Everybody long bias, that usually sets up for a move in the opposite direction, because that's what markets love to do, right? Okay, let's have a look at ES, guys. Let's have a look at ES, or shall I look at SPX? Let's look at the bigger index. Okay, so yeah, I was quite surprised that we got a big move down on SPX this week. We got a pullback of around 2.7%, but yeah, 2.7% pullback. It's a nice pullback. We filled out this imbalance. We filled out the imbalance. We still got a gap down, so I think that's where it's coming. I think SPX is coming here, but what I expect from SPX is a bounce here and maybe even fill this gap and then a move down, and then I feel that's gonna set us up for a Santa rally into December. So yeah, you can see we're trading in this this parallel channel as well, so we could come down and take out the, I didn't like these lows, right? I didn't like these lows on SPX, so we could come down and take these. You can expect a lot of liquidity here, and then price reverses. Let's have a look at where the volume is. As you can see, yeah, your point of control is here. So naturally we're in the value area now, so you can expect a rotation down towards this value area low, which would be nice, would be very nice. Take out some stops here, bring it back down towards 5,500, get everybody bearish, and then move it higher. The drop was led by the fact that they might not cut rates as aggressively as the market was expecting. Fed said they're not in a hurry to keep cutting. So next year is a tricky one on rates, because we're going to have this dilemma between Trump and Powell. Trump's going to want to cut, Powell's not going to want to cut. So we can have a little battle between them, but at the end of the day, I think Trump wins that one. I think, yeah, he's got a lot of control right now, right? So I think if he starts putting pressure on the Fed to cut next year, yeah, that's why the 10 years. That's why the 10 years it is where it is, right? 10 years just continuing to soar higher. That's how we look at the US 10-year. Look at this thing, right? Nobody expected rate cuts and the 10-year to go higher, but it continues to rally. The DXY is continuing to rally as well. These are not good things for risk assets, ladies and gents. Okay, Very, very strong dollar here. Another reason why I think Bitcoin is due for a correction is very, very strong dollar and very strong US 10-year. And if the market expects rate cuts, because that's what Trump's going to want, then you can expect inflation to come back, right? You can expect inflation to come back because that's going to spur more and more, because the economy is still relatively decent. It's quite strong. And if you're cutting into a strong economy, that's going to fuel more and more and more inflation. You know, that's going to be a lot of growth, and yeah, consumer retail sales came out the other day, very, very strong. So consumer is very strong. Economy is looking decent. Should you be really cutting is a debate amongst economists right now. Yeah, it's a tricky one. It's going to be a tricky year to navigate, 2025, in my opinion. Nonetheless, I do expect the markets to continue having a rally into 2025 as well. I don't expect any sort of major market collapse or a crash or anything like that. I don't expect anything along those lines. I do expect corrections along the way, and then you should be buyers of those corrections, right? But I don't expect a massive market crash. You can expect some liquidations and 10-12% corrections, but nothing massive, 20% or anything like that. So yeah, going into this week, I'm expecting price to move down, but I do expect a bounce here, maybe back up towards this gap and this value area high, and then a move down. Yeah, I feel like that's what's going to happen this week, and I will be looking to play the market this week. Yeah, if we look at some stuff coming in, not major stuff, right? Not major stuff on the. We got PMIs on Friday. I don't know why this doesn't flash as high importance, because for me that is quite high importance, PMIs. So PMIs on Friday, but nothing major, right? And we look at NQ, again, very bearish week on NQ. If we look at the index, yeah, very bearish week. I didn't quite expect it to come this deep down. We have had negative 4% week on Nasdaq. So yeah, you can consider this as a fake out of the highs now, right? This is a fake out of the highs. We're coming back in. We could also draw a parallel channel, right? If you have a look at this. So nice parallel channel. We can also put in a VWAP. I'd want to put it from this low. Yeah. If I pull up a volume profile, okay. Yeah, so this fits really nice, right? I'll move into the point of control, clear out some liquidity from these lows, and come down towards the edge of this channel, right? 19.5, maybe it's a big drop. It is a big drop. So that would represent another, whoops, that's not the one. That would represent another 4-5% drop in price. Maybe a little bit far-fetched, but I'm looking at these lows here. Into this point of control, this will shoot higher, and you're going to get some support. All right, maybe that is the low. Maybe the price comes down and takes the edge of this and the value area low here. Okay, so those would be your next two targets. If you're looking to position yourself for the long term, you'll get a good opportunity if it happens. You take this market back up. You can put 50% size here, and then if the market drops another 50%, and you're positioned nicely for December. That'll be a very nice opportunity. I didn't quite expect Nasdaq to come down. I didn't. I expected them to retest the all-time highs and then continue rallying to the upside. because in my last video I said, you know, if we fill this, we'll be lucky. I mean, if we fill the bottom one, you'd be very lucky, and that's we're coming towards it. We could get a pullback, move. You know, that's what I'm expecting on Monday. A little, get everybody bullish that we're continuing this trajectory to the upside, and then you know, get it back down towards these levels. Yeah, so if those opportunities present themselves, we need to be ready and waiting for those opportunities. We obviously trade Nasdaq futures and ES futures every single day, and very nice trades. We've been taking very nice scalp trades, and we analyze a lot deeper than what we're showing here. We're looking into order flow and volume analysis, daily analysis. We're using bookmap and things like that. Very powerful tools. We're extracting money regularly every single week from these markets, and if you want to be part of that journey, come and be a member of the Discord, completely free, not going to cost you a single cent. So if you're a serious trader and you want to learn how to trade, footprint, the stuff that bigger players are using in the market, then come and be a part of our Discord. We will link it in the description. All right, this video is getting a little bit too long. I want to end it there, guys. Stay safe. Don't over leverage with crypto, because right now it's, you know, everybody's talking about crypto and it's a euphoric stage. So don't go chasing crazy pumps and getting yourself wrecked. All right, stay safe out there. Wait for the opportunities, wait for those pullbacks, because don't forget, Bitcoin always corrects 25-30% when it's pumping like this. All right, we've seen it many times before, so do not be surprised when it comes. All you need to do is be ready. Have the cash waiting on the sidelines. Right now is not the time to be getting into Bitcoin or any of these altcoins for that matter, because if Bitcoin corrects 25-30%, guess what's going to happen to alts, right? They're going to smash down by like maybe even 40-50, right? So brace yourself. Don't chase these fucking crazy things on Twitter that we're seeing. Very dangerous to be start playing with fire right now. All right, stay safe out there. Very sensitive time in the markets, but also very opportunistic times in the market right now. Anyways, that's it for the video. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you enjoyed what you watched here. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, traders. Peace.